Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Well, kinda. But whole point of today's video is getting this sighted in. So you guys that watch the show saw I picked this up just a couple weeks ago. And today, actually yesterday, finally got the chance to take it to the range. What this is the Ruger American Gen 2, most notably known by the fluted barrel there. Ruger American Gen 2 Ranch in the 5.56. Whole purpose of this video was to take it out to the range, get it sighted in, and I ran out real quick to a public range, so there's extra blasting and stuff there, so I don't do too much talking at the range. But on the end, I have my Vanish 223 in the footage, and on top, I have this Hawk optic. Let me show you the box here. I got it right here so I could show you. This is the Hawk Vantage 30. There we go. This is the Hawk Vantage 30 WA. And the reason why I picked this is it has the 223-308 drop reticle in it. I'll show you more about that later in the video. But let's go out to the range and we'll talk a little bit about it. For sighting it in, just like everything else, I grabbed what I have the most of. So I sighted it with this 55 grain Remington UMC. See it right there, 55 grain. Before everybody asks, the twist on this barrel is a 1-to-8. 1-to-8 is kind of a middle of the road where, you know, it could be a faster twist, it could be a slower twist. You know, twist rate, some will do better with heavier blue lights, some better with lighter. 1-8 is kind of the safe bet, middle of the road twist for 5.56 or 223. But let's roll in that footage. Me at the range, getting this thing dialed in at 100 yards. One of the cool things about this scope while I'm sitting here thinking about it. Lockable turrets. I like it. Get it dialed in and then you lock it down and you ain't got to worry about it twisting. But yep. Meet you at the range out there, and I'm going to get this thing sighted in. Check it out.
Getting kind of windy. Ought to be pretty close from using the laser bore sighter. All 9 zoomies. I think it's up and down's pretty good, but a shade left. Let me double check the camera. Hard to tell with just 9 power zoom. Yep, so I need to bring it right almost 2 inches. So let me do that. This has locking turrets, so if it's left, we need to turn right that way. And we'll go 6 clicks. Lock those down. Can't see. So our movement right looks good, but now we're up. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down about the same. Now, I think we ought to be hovering around the bullseye. Take another one on that center target. And where we get? I can't see it. Look at the camera. Alright, so that's the shades right. And it's still up. I'm gonna go back left 2. Somebody's probably screaming at the screen now. Oh, you're supposed to do a group before you adjust it. Well, we'll do that after this one. All right, let's see where that hit. That one was down, so I'm gonna bring it back up. Shouldn't have done that. Should have listened to you guys and done a group first, huh? Make sure my can's tight. It was a little loose. And I'm going to do a group of 3. Actually, I'll do 2 groups of 3. I'll load 6 up. Felt like I jerked the trigger on that one. Target right beside that to the right. Alright, now, that's probably real hot by now. Actually not crazy hot, I can still hold it, but we look at the camera and see how we did. So the wind is shaking the camera here, but looks like we're low and a shade left maybe. Grouping slightly over an inch, so I'm gonna let it cool. Bring it up 2 clicks and right 1 click, and we'll try a few more. What'd I say? Up 2 and right 1. We'll let it cool and come back in a second. All right, gave it 5-10 minutes or so. It's cool. Let's do some more groups. See how those look. Bottom left is not very good. The bottom right's a little better. Let's just do some more on that right target. And we'll grab those targets and measure the groups. Oh man, looks like when it got hot, it really did not do good. Looking through the camera, those last groups are pretty terrible. If the can's loose, nope, can's not loose, so apparently when this thing gets hot, it's no good.
All right, so to tell you the truth, I actually was pretty upset with how it was going. Where I had 10 or 11 different 5.56 and 2.23 loadings to group test at 100 yards yesterday. But this thing was grouping so poorly that I kind of was just like, phooey, I'm not even in the mood to film anymore. Packed it all up, hit the house, and I even came to edit this video last night, and I was like, I'm so upset with this thing that I don't even want to edit the video. But today, I'm happier, and we're going to talk about it. But just like everything else, I show you guys everything I'm doing. So the first thing that's easy to say is that thing just doesn't like 55 grainers, which is probably true. And we're going to find that out next time I go to the range. I will take all that extra stuff and show you. But in short, not grouping well with the 1-8 twist and these light 55 grainers. But when you sit back and think about it, if you have a 5.56 or a 2.23, that's probably either one of two things. You're either going to put in some nice big money hunting rounds if you're going to hunt with 2.23, like a varmint load or even a deer load, deer hunt with 2.23, or you're going to send a bunch of bulk 55 grain stuff, which is what we had there today. It's kind of a bummer when stuff doesn't group the 55 grain stuff well. But anyways, here's the sight-in target here. I put a question mark up here because, you know, sighting it in was off of the center, but then I did a group up here, which was 1, 2, and I don't even know what the third one was. So was that the third one? Was that the third one? I don't know. It's grouping so poorly that I didn't even know what that was. Best group of the day was this right here. Again, this is all at 100 yards, guys. 0.99 inch group. That's the only group I got under an inch. Then over here, we got a 1.55. And up here, I got a 3.12 inch group. Now, the second one, this is kind of where I got to ripping and didn't care about letting the barrel cool or anything. When you think about 5.56, you tend to think of, let's just do some blasting. And I've got good groups, you know, after 20, 30 rounds of blasting. This thing did not. And it's actually pretty consistent, which is good, which kind of helps validate that the data is good, you know. When things are all over the place, you know, goggly. Comment down below if you ever heard that before. I just learned that, goggly. You know, that kind of means all over the place. When things are all over the place, it's kind of like, was your squeeze off? You know, are your rings loose? But this is pretty consistent, guys. 2.35 inch group. Boom, boom, boom. And then over here, a 2.32 inch group. That's almost exactly the same. Boom, boom, boom. And then over here, we did get one exactly the same. Boom, boom, boom. Then over here, 2.67. Boom, boom, boom. And then right here in the middle is 1.89. So these four on the outside, there's three within 3/100ths of an inch the same. This one's within 30-some 100ths of an inch the same. Boom, boom, boom. And then this one, just under 2 inch was the best. So the average of all those groups, with the 55 grain stuff at 100 yards, is over 2 inches. So we're going to find out in future video that I'm going to film. That video will be out next week. We're going to find what this likes the best, but it does not like 55 grain light stuff with this 1-8 twist, which is kind of unfortunate. Now, the Generation 2 Rugers, I bought a 7mm 08. I've been happy with it. It's grouping well. This one I bought is the 5.56 Ranch. They also make a 2.23 with the 20-inch barrel. The Ranch model with the brown stock and the shorter barrel, 16 and some change, is in 5.56, so you can use 5.56 and 2.23. The whole purpose of this, me buying this, was I wanted a 2.23 or 5.56 bolt action to take hunting and have a threaded barrel so I could put that can on it. Where'd I set it? My Banish 2.23. Worked great on this thing. Hearing safe. Awesome. For bolt action 2.23 rig. 5.56 in this case. But so far, you know, I wouldn't be hunting with the bulk 5.56 obviously. Well, maybe not obviously. You could hunt coyotes and whatever with it if you want to. But with 2.5 inch groups, you might miss at 100 yards. Even further, you probably would miss. But yeah, one thing real quick on this Hawk. I left the sticker on there just to show you one time before I take it off. But it has that BDC reticle, drop reticle in it for 2.23 and 5.56. Let me go ahead and bring that up. So just to show you quick how it works, explain it a little better with pictures. So the drop on this, I'll show you the reticle there. I'll pop it up right here or something. So with the 55 grain 2.23, it shows you right there the holdovers. And then there's a 69 grainer, 223, a different one. So pretty much the hash marks essentially are sighted in at 100, then 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. But with a little bit of exceptions in there depending on the bow lot weight, where it might be 215 instead of 200, so on and so forth. But pretty cool to have. I haven't filmed a deer hunt with 223 yet. I've done some prairie dog 223. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But this will be an awesome rig and optic for having those easy holdovers, where if it's quick and you don't want to dial it, you can use the BDC, or if you want to dial it, you can dial it because it has these locking turrets. But anyways, so far, what's a good word? Not excited about the Ranch 5.56 like I hoped I was going to be. I've got a Remington 700 ADL that does great with just about everything. That one's in a 223 with the longer barrel, but it's not threaded. That's why I wanted this one, so I could have the threaded barrel. Anyways, I won't ramble on about it. Stay tuned, like I said. More soon on that Ruger American Generation 2 Ranch in 5.56. That's a mouthful. But it doesn't like 55 grainers. It's like 2.5 inch groups with 55 grainers all day long. Remember, I am going to try about 10 or 11 different types of 223 and 5.56, so we'll group test it, and hopefully we find a hunting round and a varmint round that it likes, because that's kind of the point of it, and you know why I bought it. But appreciate y'all watching. I'm still searching for the word, how I feel about this thing. Disappointed, maybe. Bummed out. I don't like it when things don't work great. I just don't. 2.5 inch groups, that's pretty bad. It's pretty rare for me to get 2.5 inch groups out of something. Even if it doesn't group well, it normally is just a hair over an inch. You guys who watch the show know what I'm talking about. If you are new to the show, make sure you're subscribed. We got videos coming out every day. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you go to WHOTEEWHO.com, check everything out, sign up for the newsletter. We'll see you guys in the next one. WHOTEEWHO!
Load it up and get it on as soon as you can. 30-06, 10 mil, 50 cal. It don't make a difference, man. We like to shoot and make a little boom boom. If you like flinging boom.